All right, welcome to cpdigitalstudio.com. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Parks. I'm the owner of cpdigitalstudio.com. And so, in today's video, I want to talk about essentially customer service. And so, stop me if you've heard this before. You're on your GoDaddy site, you're on your Wix site, or whatever, and you're running into a problem that you really need to fix, whether it's the website is down or you want to make this change. And for whatever reason, something is just not working right. And you call them and you find out one, I can't even call them because you're looking online and you're trying to figure out what the number is. And even if they have a customer service number, it may be 12, 11 o'clock at night. And so nobody's going to answer the call. Or let's say you have a different scenario where they do answer the call and the person that you need to help you is not available until Monday. Let's say that the person that answers the phone is just a regular customer service rep who's there to basically take your information, who's there to make a ticket queue. Basically, this is your ticket number for this event, and essentially try to get you off the phone as quickly as possible because they're not the person that can actually solve the problem. Let's have another example where you have an issue or something that you really need to get fixed, and you go into the chat feature and you start messaging a team member. The first thing you're going to run into is an AI bot, something that is literally meant to, stop you from getting in contact with the person. At the end of the day, that's what these bots are meant for. And so you go through that process, you're chatting with the bot, you finally get past it, and then when you get to the customer service rep, they make a ticket, put you in a queue, and say your issue should be resolved soon. And you ask, when is soon? And they say, as soon as the technical person that needs to actually respond to your ticket is able to get to it. You see the point here? So customer service is never just about answering the phone. And I think a lot of larger platforms get that wrong. Even if assuming they don't already have a chat bot in place, when it comes to customer service, they assume that having someone answer the phone is enough to be able to, solve your problem. And it's not. In today's video, I want to talk about, how customer service is more than just a number and why as small business owners, we often need real answers, not just making a ticket for your issue. So in a nutshell, what I just talked about is the support paradox, right? This is with a lot of web development companies, and the larger ones you can think of as I say this. Um, the paradox is that a lot of these companies, again, believe that by just having their information on there in terms of a way to reach them, whether it's through a chat bot or a chat feature where you have to go through the AI first to get to the actual person, or through calling, the company and then first again being greeted by that AI bot or being greeted by somebody who's not able to solve your problem. This is a paradox because on one hand, they can say confidently that they have 24/7 customer service, whatever the larger corporation may be. That corporation can say, we have 24/7 customer service. But when you run into an issue, what you'll find is that that customer service is very much limited to putting in a ticket for your issue and then waiting for the actual technical subject matter expert to solve it, which can be confusing, frustrating, and very frustrating if you have a problem that needs to be resolved today, or you have a question about billing or about how this certain payment works with this feature. If you need that question answered the day of, it's very frustrating to be able to not have that answer as soon as you need it. And so access does not equal assistance. Reaching someone is only the first step. Fixing the problem is the goal. And this is something we really stick to in my company, CP Digital Studio, because we realize, and I've been through enough iterations where we know that you just being able to contact us is not enough for any business, especially in the technical area. You being able to just reach a customer service rep is not good enough. A lot of times when you have an issue or an error that's specific to you or your business, you need to have that resolved ASAP. Otherwise, things within your business could fail. And so within tech, there should not be an answer of, we will get to your issue when we can. It should always be that we will solve the issue as soon as we can with the technical expert who is able to actually solve the problem. And so these larger companies give you the illusion of support without actually solving your problem. They say we have 24/7 service, but when you actually contact the person, they're just a sales rep. They're just the customer service representative who will issue your ticket. In some cases, they'll talk to you about your billing, but even in those cases, they may not have all the expertise needed to actually address your problem. The reality is 24/7 customer support looks like waiting in endless ticket queues, arguing with chatbots or AI agents, or even agents that respectfully may not be, even in this country. And speaking with reps overall who ultimately cannot fix the issue, which is nothing, which is not good for any business owner that needs to have support immediately. And so when digital systems break, whether that's with broken payments or missing bookings or emails are failing in your business, that is a problem. And unfortunately, these things can happen within the world of web development. Unfortunately, the ways that algorithms work and the ways that the digital platforms work all together, none of these systems, especially as AI and technology continues to grow, none of these systems are just stagnant. A lot of them are always changing and have different databases. This may be more technical, this may be more technical answer than what you need, but a lot of times when it comes to websites being down or servers being down, it may not even happen within your local community. It may be happening at the data center where your website is actually stored, and so those delays are very concerning, and they always take some time to resolve. And the last thing that you need as a business owner is to have a payment system go down, or a booking system, or an email thread or account that goes down that you can't access. And so this is why customer service exists. That way we can solve those problems. What we do here at CP Digital Studio is, we don't just we don't just acknowledge your problem. We prioritize action over that. And so for my clients, you have my cell phone number. You can call me or text me anytime to resolve an issue. And this has happened. I've had to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning because different servers have gone down for my clients. And what was the result of that? We fixed it within an hour, not 2 days, not 72 hours, not whenever. We fixed it right then and there, because I am the one that is responsible for your website, and I am partnering with you to make sure that your business runs effectively and efficiently, regardless of what time of day it is, so that way you can actually have what you need for your business. The reason I can take that approach is, one, because of my moral values, but also because I am in the business of making sure that your business is successful. The larger companies are very good at what they do in terms of having a large enterprise level platform by which you can make your own website. But when it comes to this customer support level, consider this. I would encourage you to consider this when you do business with them, because if you have an issue, whether it's through payment processing or whether it's through something technical with your website, whether it's your emails not working or a feature that is added to the website that makes things harder for your customers, you need to have 24/7 around the clock results, or solutions in place, so that way your business can continue to function. Results are what matter. A fast reply is helpful, but if the person you're talking with is not able to actually help you, then what good are they? Having a technical expert on call is always the best solution, and that's what we live by here at CP Digital Studio. So, what do we promise? At our company, it's 100% solution oriented. So we're going to make sure that if there is a problem, that we answer the phone call. You can call us and we'll figure out what's going on and get back to you and resolve your issue within 4 hours at the latest. And that's what we live by. We have data and metrics to show that when it comes to solving solutions, we're solving real-time problems in no less than 2 to 4 hours. It never takes longer than that, because if it's a simple issue of the website going down, we have backups that we can route it to. If it's an issue with the payment processor, we built the system so we can go inside and change it. We have control over everything, and as a result, we're able to resolve these issues much faster than you would have with a WordPress, a GoDaddy, or a Shopify site. And a lot of this has to do with coding as well, because we're coding our websites by hand. We actually know what's in them, and as a result, we have documentation to figure out where the issue is. With a lot of these larger platforms, they have to be created in a way where the system has to service the many, not just the one. And so we build systems for the one, you, to manage your clients and your customers. It's catered literally towards you. The reason a lot of these other platforms have issues with, again, the website either going down or the payment processor is not working, or this feature used to work here and now it doesn't work, is because a lot of these platforms are bloated with code. When I say bloated with code, I mean they have just more code than what they need, but they have to have it because the system is meant to service you and several hundred thousand others in their business needs. And when you're talking about coding, that can get tricky to manage. Um, and so what we try to do is we try to, make sure that you have access to the system, that you know it. If there is an issue, we send notifications to you so that way you're aware of it. And of course, we send notifications to ourselves so that way we can actually look at the issue, get a notification of it, and resolve whatever issue you're dealing with in real time without you having to wait until Monday or Tuesday or whenever the next technical expert is available to solve the problem. So, again, CP Digital Studio, we help small businesses move forward. Our business is your business. And so we just try to help wherever we can. So that's my presentation on customer service. That's what I believe in terms of what customer service should look like. The larger corporations can't always do this for budgetary concerns and also because AI is taking over. AI is not a bad thing, but we want to make sure that when you have a problem in your business that you can call a human that can understand what you're saying, understand what problem is happening, and resolve it as quickly as possible. So if that sounds interesting to you, my contact information is all in the description of this video. You can email me, call me, contact me to get started. Go to cpdigitalstudio.com if you have more questions, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.